Jinx said, why can't we focus on getting the smaller things done instead of something like this, which is really big? And that right there told me everything I needed to know about Cenk Uygur. He doesn't really want to go for the big task. He wants to go for something that's small that he knows for sure is going to win. He doesn't want to go for something that may or may not work. That's not a fighter. That's someone who wants to do just enough so that they can say that they did something and that you don't have to now push back against like the progressive members, because we can say, well, they did these things. And he doesn't want to go for something that is more difficult to do, something that is a bigger task, because if it does not work in the end, then you have no choice but to say, well, this didn't work out, so what do we do now? He wants to do something that he knows for sure is going to win. And this is something that I have noticed about certain people in this space. Certain people who they don't really want to do the hard work. They want to do what's easy. They want to do what's going to benefit them. They don't want to try to do something difficult. That's not someone who is a revolutionary. That's not someone who is a radical. And I think that's the big difference between the people who want reform and the people who want revolution and want complete systemic change. Let's go back in.
Is not even on the agenda. I hate that it's not on the agenda, but I know what's doable and doable and not doable. And at the time, idiots like Aaron Monte wrote, oh, $15 minimum wage, that's already in the bag. We don't need to do that. And I'm like, wait, if you guys are gonna be juvenile and you don't know how any of politics works, and you have no earthly idea how in the world you're gonna get Medicare for all to pass, let alone things like $15 minimum wage, and you don't have an alternative to Pelosi.
This is exactly what I was talking about when I mentioned sometimes people on the left can come across kind of condescending to other people. When he makes this comment, if you guys want to be juvenile and you don't know how politics works, that is part of that leftist attitude that I've seen sometimes that really rubs people the wrong way. I feel like you're talking down to people when you say things like that. And for people who are not in academic spaces, for people who are not, maybe not on the left, but they're curious and they're interested, for people who may be working class, for people who may be poor, that is a turn off. And this is the rhetoric that you hear a lot of times, that I've heard a lot of times on the left. There's a difference between talking to people and talking at them. So that's not a way. Basically, what he was saying, long story short, he was basically calling them dumb. That's what he was doing. You see?